before every UAlbany game, and he better be listening because Mom knows basketball.
Well, Thelma's Great Danes are in their road purple uniform, Syracuse in the home white. Now his production in recent games has dropped off. He's been dealing with a lingering back issue. Jaquan Carlos in the starting lineup gets the first 2 points. Great backdoor look. And the reverse layup by Amari Marshall.
Outstanding talent. Top 10 recruit in the country a year ago. Outstanding get for Red Ultra.
Davis has his pocket picked by Langford. Great Danes quickly the other way, and it's Byron Joshua. Three ball banked in by Kenai Briggs. Marshall. Step along the baseline, and the pull-up from the southpaw is good. No need to use the glass that time for Kenai Briggs. Bell makes it. He has been in a shooting slump. Only 4 points last time out at Notre Dame. Syracuse with the basketball down by 2. They have trailed by as many as 5. Shot clock down to 3 as Davis spins and banks it in. He has 7 points to lead all scorers. Here's Elijah Moore. Had a couple of big games before struggling last time out. Gets his own miss and sticks it in. My guess at Notre Dame, once you put up 20-plus games, all of a sudden the opposition looks at you differently, right?
Well, and particularly now, he's going to draw more attention because they're missing a couple of guys.
Well, one area where Dwayne Killings harped on during their shoot-around here in the Dome last night, where he thought his team would have an advantage, as Bell puts it back up and in. Moore, no look. Majstorovic gets the roll. Freeman did a nice job to lay off the ball as it hung on the iron.
Syracuse now with a smaller lineup, ability to switch, but they got to communicate. Hey!
Good drive and dish. It results in a layup by Langford. American East Conference Rookie of the Year. Lucas Taylor has come into the game, and he connects on his first shot attempt.
Coming in with a reputation as a 3-and-D guy, he's more than capable of filling the shoes and providing some offensive spark.
Well, Carlos averaging only 4.5 points per game. He's able to get to the basket. And here is Freeman.
I saw Freeman early in his career when he started at St. John's College in Washington, D.C. before he ended up at you can't say enough about his play and what he means to this team. As a center, he's just a nightmare to match up with.
Another thing that's been a common theme for the Orange this year in the backcourt. Chase down the ball. Majstorovic has it. Great look, and Freeman with the flush. As I was starting to say, one of the common themes for Syracuse this year, at 4-4, they have lost all 4 games against power conference opponents. They have beaten all of the mid-majors. In their 4 wins over mid-majors, Syracuse is only won by an average margin of 6 points per game. Majstorovic continues to develop.
They're active, they're rebounding, they're pushing, they're sharing the basketball, and they're making shots. And they're giving them more mobility and ability to guard ball screens better.
Using that 220-pound frame, DeMar Langford gets wherever he wants on the low post. Joshua. His coach says he's the backbone of our group. He buries the big 3.
That tends to happen, but they're coming out full of energy. The ball's moving. Quick turnover here.
Amari Marshall goes end to end off another live ball Syracuse turnover. He just looked at you like, look at this old man.
And I am. I told him I'm every bit of that.
Terrific ball movement.
There's little resistance. Look at the vision. Touch pass here. Looking for cutters and shooters at all times. Great pass by the big man.
Davis gets beat to the bucket. Kasper Kwachek with his second made field goal. The transfer from St. Joseph's. To the corner, wide open Joshua. Lampkin taking up space in the lane, and here comes Kyle Cuff, one man to beat. Draws the contact and is able to finish. UAlbany is 6-4 on the year, lost in overtime on Saturday to Boston University. The triple by Amir Lindsay. straight year.
Who you got?
I'd like for it to be Genty, but I don't think he's going to win. I think it's going to be Travis Hunter. What do you think?
I agree with you.
Marshall stays in. Just under a minute to go in the first half. Briggs, nothing but net.
Got it. Autry wants to get 3 hands there. The passer, the defender, and the big screener.
Like you said, bully ball inside for the big man.
They got no answer for it. Not feed him.
3 seconds, 2 seconds. Lampkin gives it up. Bell able to finish with 0.8 of a second remaining in the half. Plus the foul.
Yesterday in practice, great execution. And again, when Lampkin has the basketball, you got to make him a scorer.
3 to 5 weeks with that broken left hand. Amari Marshall in amongst the trees for the reverse layup. Syracuse with a numbers advantage if they push. Carlos keeps the dribble, able to lay it in.
I think
time at Hofstra University. He's got the basketball now off the missed free throw. There's that vision you're talking about. Another easy 2 for Davis, who's into double figures with 10.
Yeah, just run the lane. Davis right down center lane.
324 points a game. Elijah Moore from the corner. Jair Davis rips the offensive rebound away and lays it in. Calls for the screen, gives it right back to Lampkin, who attacks and lays it in. Briggs has a step on Moore and puts it in. But then the Syracuse bench came in, gave a spark, and the Orange have been up largely by double figures since. Carlos has been in the middle of most of it. And you know what? This is the second game in a row, including the loss at Notre Dame over the weekend, where Jaquan Carlos continues to look more like the version of himself.
Freeman came out last possession and knocked down a 3. And
Elijah Moore on the beautiful feed. And the bucket by Peter Majstorovic.
And before this time, Moore drops the dime to Majstorovic. Syracuse is trying to run away.
8 days ago, and he is a 4th-year senior, a big piece for UAlbany. Well, DeMar Langford, Lindsay gets it back, left alone. The 3 ball is good. Rebounding 32-18, points in the paint 46-20, bench points 27-13. In they go to Justin Neely.
And before they run out of time, I thought they'd try to give it a little zone to see if they can get back in for a Syracuse team that struggled from behind the 3-point line.
8th Syracuse turnover turns into 3-point. Freeman back to Carlos out there with Cuff, Majstorovic, and Lucas Taylor. Freeman from the head of the key. He's got it. Off the bench tonight. He's a guy who signed with Syracuse in August.
He has. He looks good. Active on the defensive end, getting the passing lanes. Now UAlbany's heating up behind the 3-point line. And Davis is bothering him inside. He sped him up a little bit.
Carlos, Freeman, let the defender fly by and then throws it down.
The Orange are playing to the analytics because they start in their lineup. They, so like today, they started Davis and they started Lampkin. You can control the paint in many ways, off the dribble or play stuff, and they're doing a great job of it tonight. You're going to have a game or two where you're knocking down shots. But when you're not a great shooting team, they still want to get the ball at the rim, the forced rotation. You watch a team like Alabama. As great as they are at shooting threes and as many as they shoot, they want to dominate the paint.
Albany making a push.
They want to put Lampkin on Neely, and sometimes in transition they can't match up.
Behind the back to Davis. I like the little hip check.
Yeah, the middle ball screen is always tough to defend. You come in to help, and really that's what Lampkin is. If I'm scouting against him, I would make him a scorer. I'm not helping.
Sweet move by Marshall.
Is up. Marshall. Lampkin in foul trouble, and they hadn't been able to do so.
Yeah, I don't know if we can get a follow-up text to Thelma, but she was spot on. Make it a 3-man booth next time. Marshall left it short. Big offensive rebound and stick back by Langford. Helpers to go along with 8 points. Back out to Freeman. Is it assist number 11? Indeed it is. And Freeman is a perfect 3 for 3.
He's probably saying because we're not rebounding out of it, Randolph.
I was going to ask you what his reply was as Neely scores.
That's why I'm not running zone. We're not boxing out. We're not rebounding out of it.
Nice driving dish. Freeman in close. Freshman to freshman. The assist to Moore.
Great ball tonight. He's got 4. And he also can do that. And Freeman, Red is building something special here. Let's hope these guys can stick around and see it through.
He is number 16 in the ESPN 100. Kyan Anthony, Carmelo's kid, is number 36. Along with Luke Fennell from Australia, Aaron Womack from Milwaukee. If you can keep Freeman his second year. Rattled home by Neely.
Personality, what a legend. I was fortunate enough to be recruited by Coach Thompson, and you're right, that was just an amazing rivalry and great game tonight. Double-digit assists. Had a chance there to get a double-double. And I think Moore is really critical for the group because of three-point shooting. As Bell gains his confidence.
Well, we wondered last night during practice, this morning during shoot-around, watching this team, where the point's going to come from. And then they've got 102 on the board.
Exactly.
So there are some options.
You do that, you become hard to beat.
And again, J.J. Starling will come back at some point in January. His teammates pick him up with a victory today for Red Autry. The team improves to 5-4 with a 102-85 victory over UAlbany.